Hello, my name is Simon Tang, and today I'll be analyzing height data using t-tests, the one sample and two sample t-test analysis for week six project. So first we have data collection of the one sample t-test. The question is the average height of the US, boys or girls, different from the research national average? Here are the simulated heights in inches in the middle, as you can see here. And I collected 30 height measurements from a local district. These are simulations as well from the average heights that I got from my local school district. Next, the one sample t-test results and confidence interval. For the one sample t-test, the simple explanation, we have 30 measurements with an average mean height of 64.8 inches and a standard deviation of 0.7 inches. So what this basically gives it for our t value would be negative 1.56. And with 29 degrees of freedom, I'm not sure why it says 29 degrees of freedom, but it's 1 minus 30, which gives 29. The p-value is about 0.127. Because the p-value is greater than 0.05, which is alpha, we do not have enough evidence to say that the average height is different from 65. Basically, what this is saying is that 30 data points is not enough, and the next is the 95% interval, a 95% confidence interval, using the simple formula we have in our notes. 29 degrees of freedom as well, again, for the same thing, getting the t-value of 2.045, and putting our numbers, we get approximately the confidence interval of 64.54 to 65.06. This means the true average of the height is between those two intervals. Next, we have our data collection for the two sample t-test. The question is, do the boys and girls have different average height? Collected 30 height measurements for boys and 30 for girls from the same district. Here are the examples of the boys and the girls' heights in inches. As you can see, it's lower for the women or the girls. And next we have the two sample t-test results and confidence interval. This one I try to make a little bit simple for the results. The two sample t-test, I use simulated data as I could not find enough time for me to actually do the experiment to find survey people. So basically what the average height was 65.2 and a standard deviation of 0.6 inches with a sample size of 30. As the same thing there, and the girl's average height was 64.8, standard deviation of 0.7. So assuming they're equal variances, I got the not we calculated, it was actually me, but the difference in mean divided by standard area gives the test statistic or t value of 2.38. And with 58 degrees of freedom this time, because 60 minus 2, this corresponds to the p-value of 0.021, which is obviously also less than 0.05 for the alpha. We reject a null hypothesis and conclude that there is a significant difference in the average height between the boys and girls. But what this is basically saying is that the data does prove that there's a significant height difference in the boys and girls, and that boys and girls do not have the same average height. Furthermore, creating a 95% confidence interval calculated to be roughly 0.064 inches to 0.736 inches, which is a huge confidence interval of the true average height in between these values. Since 0 is not between any of these values, we can say that our conclusion has significant backup, we can say, and a significant difference. Next, not procedure, but conclusion. The one sample t-test did not show any significant difference from the national average compared to the simulated example, because the 95 confidence interval 64.54 to 65.06 also supports the hypothesis test result. Basically, it's saying that since 65 inches is between a 95 confidence interval, the test result shows that there's no significant difference. The two sample t-test show that there is a significant difference between boys and girls' height, as 0.064, that interval from 0.064 to 0.736 does confirm that there is a meaningful difference. So overall, the analysis show how confidence intervals and t-tests can be used to draw conclusions about population means from sample data. So both t-tests and confidence intervals can help us decipher and basically find out whether there's a significant difference in data sets, in samples, in types of variation we have in real life, like boys and girls, gender, height, a lot of things. So that's basically it for my project, Unit 6 project. That's it. Thank you.